Nice, hold it.
So we did a lot of noodling around and testing with video cameras, and I shot an early film test exploring some front projection. So the spirit of our preparation period was very much a workshop, looking for ideas, seeing what stuck. And in the case of that test I did of a skull projecting onto a face, we developed the idea of the map being projected onto Harker's face. So these are all little steps in a process of finding the look and the ways that the effects could be integrated into the story.
We see the peacocks in the eye of a feather. It becomes a train tunnel.
The train sequence was heavily boarded, and we basically laid everything out on the table. We welded it all together to create a kind of flowing series of overlapping pieces that passed through the peacock feather, through the tunnel, and the train making its journey through Transylvania.
As he's going along, he's reading his journal. The journal in the bottom half of the frame, and the train, and it looks like it's traveling on top of the book. Say this is the camera, and the train was about 20 feet away from us. And then the book was put literally, because it was a small book, it was a real journal. The book was put literally right next to the lens. To be able to get the shadow onto a little book like this wasn't gonna work. So Gene, my father, decided, well, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to recreate the book 20 feet away. And then use the same train, put one light up, make a shadow of the smoke, and make it go across the book. And I'm sitting here going, well, that's gonna have to be like a 20-foot wide book. And Gene says, well, okay.
The train sequences, there's so many things going on. The complications, I think we had to deliver 22 seconds worth in order, which is long for this type of situation, particularly for traveling right to left. It also involved a very small-scale miniature of the train. We had a mountain range that was fixed, but the sky was only 3 feet behind it. And in front of that, rocks and some smaller trees that moved at a very slow rate. And then there was a middle ground that moved a little faster, and then the immediate foreground outside the train car moved very fast. The camera was on another track right in front of it that moved from left to right, and the set in front of us was moving from right to left, and that gave us the speed distance. And it was a two-pass shot. So in the film, it's not sent to the lab to be developed. We had to back it up, turn all the lights out, and that there was like a movie screen, and then we projected on that sky a plate of Dracula's eyes that Roman had shot. There was a mock-up of the interior of the train car on tires or springs that Keanu sat in. And behind it, again, is like a movie screen, but it's known as a rear projection screen because you're projecting the image from behind rather than in front. When you see that in the theater, what you're seeing there all was done together. The background and the foreground was done together.
My friend, welcome to the Carpathians. I am anxiously expecting you.
It was a big challenge, and I love doing these other type techniques that every year goes by now, less and less are done, and I'm a hands-on kind of guy, and it's just much more fun than, you know, holding a mouse or...